Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're a Dolphin team from Prasetya Mulia University, Indonesia. My name is Stephanie, this is Michael, Marcel, and also Sakarisa. In this presentation, we will address MCOM's 5 most crucial issues, analyze it, and give recommendations that we believe can ensure MCOM's sustainable growth in the future. Currently, MCOM is the largest mobile telecommunication company in Sadimba with over 250 million subscribers. It offers the best business solutions, voice and data services, messaging, and also value-added services. Growing rapidly in sub-Saharan region, MCOM has a great opportunity to grow since it is predicted that there will be 11% growth in mobile penetration and also 12% growth in market. But to get all of this opportunity, MCOM has to first overcome all of these issues. Team has made issues prioritization that is based on time, financial, reputational, and also long-term impact. The first and the foremost issues that MCOM needs to solve is actually the security crisis and legal wrangling in Nicolia, which we believe that it is best for MCOM to settle the court process as soon as possible. The second issue is about the political risk and strategic uncertainty in Elania, which we believe that it is best for MCOM to sell off the business units in Elania and just walk out from it. The third issue is about the shared service center in Sadimba, which brings lots of benefit for MCOM, thus we recommend MCOM to continue the process. The fourth issue is about the Nicolia fine and also MCOM capital structure, which we recommend MCOM to sell and lease back the tower in Sidom and use the money to fund the fine in Nicolia. The fifth issue is actually about the mobile license application in Chinensia, which we believe that it is best for MCOM to acquire CloudNet as the best strategy to enter Chinensia. Now we have talked about the prioritization. Next, we will analyze each issue in more detail and also give recommendation and action plans for each issue. And after that, we can talk about the ethical issue.
The first and the most important issue is the compliance issue in Nicolia, our biggest market. Unable to meet the requirement from TRA, MCOM was fined for $3.9 billion after negotiation, which triggered a release, accusing MCOM to support terrorist action. From financial point of view, we see fall of market capitalization by 25%, and we face the risk of failure to pay, since the fine was 36% of our 2015 turnover. This issue also put our reputation at risk in the eye of shareholder and consumer, which is threatening our strategic position as market leader in Nicolia. We can continue to pursue the court action, or else we can settle the court action and accept the $3.9 billion fine. In this case, we recommend MCOM to accept the amount of the fine. Since the chance of fine reduction is low, and by doing these actions, MCOM can regain its trust from stakeholders and stabilize the performance in Nicolia as soon as possible. We can start by paying an initial payment to the government to show goodwill, obligate our consumer to register their phone, and create an anti-terrorist campaign. After that, we can negotiate the term of payment to get a win-win solution with the government.
The issue that comes second in prioritization is about political risk and strategic uncertainty in Elania. Currently, MCOM owns 49% of JV Cellular shares in Elania, which is a very big deal. But unfortunately, Elania is facing political instability. Consequently, MCOM could not retrieve 4.2 billion Sadimba dollar dividend and also 5.8 billion Sadimba dollar loan receivable from the country. To overcome these issues, there are actually 3 alternatives. Considering the 2 offers from Bartini and Turkish, we recommend MCOM to take the Turkish offer because it is very beneficial for MCOM. Then, after we get the Turkish share, we can sell it and use the money to fund the fine in Nicolia.
The third issue is about your proposal in expanding shared service center across Africa, which is facing many challenges. Although you have shown savings implementing shared service center in Sadimba, your investor is doubtful about the numbers. Moreover, this plan creates protest from the markets and our employees in Scienceness. And then the question is, should we continue to execute shared service center? Our assessment from operational perspective, shared service center is very logical to be implemented. Working structure is become more effective, and we can see task delegation simpler, which can lead to economies of scale. and cost efficiency. Cost efficiency in implementing shared service center across Africa is 8 billion Saniba dollars. And as we know, it is not wise to implement shared service center in Nakulia yet. The calculation of saving without Nakulia market itself is 5 billion Saniba dollars, which still stands a good deal for AMCOM. Nevertheless, strategy implementation is very crucial to build public incisiveness. We will implement shared service center area per area, little by little.
The fourth issue in the prioritization is Napoleon Fine and AMCOM capital structure. We will establish a financial strategy to fund Napoleon Fine amounted 58 billion Sadimba dollars. But before that, external auditors will come in the next 21 days. Therefore, we did these three things: financial adjustments, giving audit considerations, and assessing the best funding options for Napoleon Fine. There are 5 things to consider, with 2 reclassifications and 2 adjustments. These reclassifications and adjustments lead to the worsen of group loss of 85.5 billion Sadiba dollars. The audit consideration that we would like to give to external auditors are going concern, especially if there is a substantial doubt of activities of business in Ilania, and also the materiality in planning and operating in multi-locations, which altogether the group materiality should be less than 1.4%. 3 out of 4 alternatives provide adequate funding for the fine. Other considerations for each of the alternatives are that the share issuance will strengthen the balance sheet. Meanwhile, we remember that the strategic consideration is to minimize the volatility earning of the company. From the borrowing side, that the borrowing will weaken the balance sheet, but will benefit the company through tax reduction. From sale and leaseback, there will be a trade-off between operating lease expense and depreciation expense, which then will further help the company to reduce tax. After we assess and rank all the options with the factors, we come up with the best options of funding is to use the money from sale and leaseback options.
The last issue on issues privatization is about the opportunity to expand in Indonesia, the 4th largest mobile market country in the world. We know that by the end of 2017, there are renewal contracts for the biggest 4 mobile operator in Indonesia, which take 82% of market share. There will be an option to get this new contract. We make assessment based on suitability, acceptability, and feasibility assessments. From suitability assessment, we know that Indonesia has 305 million active subscribers and exceptional demand for internet service. Government also support with the Internet Access for All program, and government was introduced a mobile number portability that enable customers to retain their mobile phone number even though they change their service provider. This can help AMCOM to penetrate this market. Knowing customer resistance to change will be very low. Second, the acceptability assessment. From this point of view, we make 3 main considerations. First, the change of political power. Currently, experts believe the Populist Party with 72% change of opinion wants to protect national strategic importance such as the telecommunications sector from the foreign company. This creates tendency from the government to favor local company. Second, if Populist Party win, the probability of foreign company winning the auction is only 4%. And third, relatively intense price competition among service providers because of the MNP program. Considering big opportunity and risk in Indonesia, we recommend AMCOM to enter in Indonesia. But how? There are 2 different ways to enter in Indonesia. First, by using AMCOM Indonesia Limited as subsidiary of AMCOM Global, and second, acquiring CloudNet. Using the analytical hierarchy process, we make 3 main criteria. First, cost, probability of acceptance, and profit certainty. We analyze by acquiring CloudNet would be more beneficial for AMCOM. Thus, we recommend AMCOM to enter the Indonesia by acquiring CloudNet. There is also ethical issue that cannot be put aside. Currently, AMCOM are facing 3 ethical issues. First is about your decision that did not comply with the Napoleon government regulation about national security. It causes a bad reputation for the company. We advise you to first improve the good corporate governance by evaluating company policy, and second, make a press conference to to fully apologize about your decision. And third, obligated the unregistered user to register, or else there will be a consequence for them. Next is about shared service center decision, which caused hundreds of MCOM employees being laid off. We advise two action plans. The last ethical issue is about Ilania consumer privacy. Ilania regime has received several attacks by Arab Spring and caused Ilania government ask out about user personal information as tools to track these attacks. Civil Liberty Watchdog called MCOM to withdraw from Ilania to show commitment to human rights. We advise you to withdraw from Ilania. This is because MCOM has to show integrity by protecting customer personal information, and practice in Ilania is no longer accordance with MCOM value in human rights and privacy rights.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to our conclusion. There are actually 5 things that MCOM needs to do to overcome all of their issues. The first one is to settle the court process in Nakolia as soon as possible. The second one is to sell their share and just walk out from Ilania. The third one is to continue the process of shared service center in Sedimba. The fourth one is to sell and lease back the towers from Sedimba. And lastly is actually to acquire as the best strategy to enter Chinensia. From the ethical side, it is always best for MCOM to always have this two-way communication and keep the integrity by keeping all of our data and privacy from consumer private. By doing all of our recommendation, it may seem that MCOM is stepping back a little bit, but it is actually to move even faster in the future. We're Dolphin Team. Thank you.